After turning 60, many people wake up 3, 4, sometimes even 5 times a night just to use the bathroom. But what if I told you there's a natural spice sitting right in your kitchen cabinet that when you chew it for just 60 seconds before bed could calm your bladder and let you sleep like a baby? Are you curious to know what it is? If you or someone you love struggles with waking up multiple times during the night to urinate, you know how frustrating it can be. Interrupted sleep doesn't just make you tired the next day. It increases your risk of memory problems, weakens your immune system, raises blood pressure, and even accelerates aging. Here's the surprising part. Researchers are now finding that certain spices, long used in traditional medicine, may help reduce nighttime urination, what doctors call nocturia, and promote deep restorative sleep. Tonight, I want to share with you one simple spice you can chew for just 60 seconds before bedtime that may help your bladder relax, reduce those midnight trips, and allow you to sleep deeply. We'll look at the science behind how it works, examples from real people, and practical tips you can start using right away. So let's begin with the problem itself. Why does nighttime urination happen so often, especially as we get older? There are several reasons. First, the bladder changes with age. It becomes less elastic and can't hold as much urine as it once did. Second, the nerves that control the bladder can become more sensitive, leading to sudden urges. For men, the prostate may enlarge, pressing on the urethra and making it harder to empty the bladder completely. For women, especially after menopause, hormonal changes affect bladder function. Add to this lifestyle factors like drinking caffeine, alcohol, or simply too much fluid before bed, and the chances of waking up at night increase dramatically. Medical conditions also play a role. Diabetes, sleep apnea, or certain heart problems can increase nighttime urination. According to the National Sleep Foundation, nearly half of adults over 60 wake up at least once per night to urinate, and 1 in 3 adults over 70 wakes up multiple times during the night. This doesn't just affect sleep, it affects overall health. But here's the good news. There are natural, safe, and inexpensive ways to calm the bladder. And one of the most effective is hiding right in your kitchen. The spice I'm talking about is fennel seeds. You may have seen fennel seeds in Mediterranean or Indian cooking, often used as a digestive aid after meals. But chewing fennel seeds for just 60 seconds before bedtime can soothe the urinary tract and reduce the urge to urinate at night. So why fennel? Fennel contains a compound called anethol, which has natural anti-inflammatory and antispasmodic properties. That means it relaxes smooth muscles, including those in the bladder. It's also rich in antioxidants and phytoestrogens, plant-based compounds that help balance hormones and support bladder health, especially in women after menopause. In fact, in traditional Ayurvedic medicine, fennel seeds have been used for centuries to improve digestion, reduce bloating, and calm the urinary system. Modern science is starting to confirm these uses. A 2018 study, published in the Journal of Food Biochemistry, highlighted fennel's role in reducing urinary tract irritation and improving fluid balance. Another clinical trial found that fennel helped reduce urinary urgency and frequency in older women. In other words, chewing fennel seeds before bedtime can act like a natural bladder relaxant, signaling your body to calm down and hold urine for longer stretches.
Now, How do you actually do this in practice? It's very simple. Take about half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, just a small pinch in your hand. Chew them slowly for about 60 seconds. Don't just swallow them whole. Chew them until you release the oils. As you chew, you'll notice a sweet, slightly licorice-like flavor. That's the anethol working. After chewing, you can either swallow the seeds or spit them out. Both options work, though swallowing also gives you added digestive benefits. Do this about 20 to 30 minutes before going to bed. That's it. No pills, no chemicals, just a natural kitchen remedy. But you may be asking, is this really powerful enough to make a difference? Let's look at the science a little deeper. Fennel's essential oils help calm the bladder's detrusor muscle, which is the muscle that contracts involuntarily and causes those sudden urges to go. It also helps the body regulate fluids during the day, so by nighttime, the bladder is less overloaded. For women, Fennel's phytoestrogens provide gentle hormone support, helping to counter the drop in estrogen after menopause that often leads to bladder weakness. On top of that, Fennel improves digestion. By reducing gas and bloating, it decreases pressure on the bladder, which indirectly reduces nighttime urgency. And there are bonus benefits. Chewing fennel seeds before bed can freshen your breath, reduce acid reflux, and promote relaxation through its mild sedative effect. Let me share a couple of real-life examples. I recently came across the story of a 67-year-old man who was waking up 4 to 5 times a night. His doctor told him it was just part of aging. Instead of starting medication, he tried chewing fennel seeds each night. Within 2 weeks, he reported waking up only once per night. His wife noticed he was more energetic during the day because he was finally sleeping deeply. Another example, a 62-year-old woman going through menopause was struggling with constant nighttime urgency. She added fennel tea and fennel seed chewing to her nightly routine. Not only did her bladder urgency improve, but she also experienced fewer hot flashes. These are just personal stories, but they match what researchers are finding, that fennel supports urinary health and better sleep. Now, if you want to maximize the effect, there are a few extra steps you can take. Avoid caffeine and alcohol at least 4 hours before bed, since both irritate the bladder. Limit fluids in the evening, but drink more water earlier in the day so you're not dehydrated. Combine fennel with a relaxation routine. Chew your seeds, then do some deep breathing or gentle stretching. This tells your body it's time for rest. If chewing seeds isn't your style, you can make fennel tea. Simply crush some fennel seeds, steep them in hot water for about 10 minutes, and sip slowly after dinner. And keep track of your progress. Write down how many times you wake up at night before you start fennel, and compare it to how many times after a week or two. So let's bring it all together. Nighttime urination is very common as we age, but it's not something you have to simply accept. By understanding the causes and making small changes, you can take control of your sleep again. A simple habit like chewing fennel seeds for 60 seconds before bed can relax the bladder, balance hormones, improve digestion, and calm the nervous system. For many people, that means fewer bathroom trips, deeper sleep, and more energy during the day. Here's what you can do tonight. Pick up some fennel seeds, organic if you can. Chew a small pinch for about a minute before bed. Track your sleep for the next week or two, and make a couple of small adjustments to your evening routine. Less caffeine, fewer fluids late at night, and more relaxation. Stay consistent, and you may be surprised by how much your sleep improves.
If you found this helpful, give this video a like and share it with someone you know who struggles with nighttime bathroom trips. And don't forget to subscribe, because in my next video, we'll look at the top 5 vitamins every adult over 60 should be taking for better energy, stronger bones, and sharper memory. You don't want to miss it. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next one.